So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul-searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk!" or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys. That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Let's see what you've got.
Not in your dreams!
Resonate with the earth!
It's a jewel of the arc! Let's go! Lightning orb!
The enemy will... Art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! You're mine!
Lightning condemned!
Going in!
This one's mine! Not so fast! Rising wyvern!
No more Miss Nice Girl!
Elusive deity! Tornado drive! This one's mine! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done!
In the wind!
You're mine!
Light astral energy! Art expert coming through!
You're mine!
Switch to offense!
Lightning condemned!
Take this! Not so fast!
Piercing
Does it hurt?
Dance in the wind!
Begin! Does it hurt?
Rising
Wyvern!
Look shot!
Rotating pile driver! Ha! Take this! Rising wyvern!
Lightning orb!
All mine!
Here's Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
We can really make weapons with this?
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though, there are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
No further!
Look sharp! Take this!
Are those arms even natural? Lightning condemned! See her forward!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummel it to me!
Blah blah blah, magic holy land!
Rising wyvern! Hurricane thrust!
Here goes!
Be still! Make a rough
Here goes!
Dragon swarm!
No dawn shall break
Dragon
this night.
supernova!
Eagle rage!
Go get him!
Rising wyvern! Everlasting darkness! Negative gate!
Lightning
On your
condemned!
knees! Do you
In
require
here!
this? Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Double
Magnificently done.
This one's dry!
Shining supernova!
Rising water!
Alright, it's showtime! Here goes! One last one!
Going in!
Rising water!
Bullseye! Hit!
Roll! Sword Rain Alpha! Flew away! I'm ready!
Bullseye!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
A delicious piece of cake! Bullseye!
It's over! Elusive, take this! Flew away!
I shall feel you where you stand.
Matt, you got company!
No bond shall break this night.
Pierce through!
Awaken the sleeping spirit! Sharpen
Hurricane thrust! Hurricane thrust!
One more! Bullseye!
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Rising water!
One last one! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll take you all
astral
on!
art.
That's my cue!
Ha!
Shut him down!
Flare the Malika! On guard!
Wind!
Make it rain!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you! Tiger Blade!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! I can feel my power growing!
Going in!
It's over!
Don't mind if I do!
Sword Rain Alpha! Rotating pile driver! Raining slap!
Tiger Blade!
That shell's hiding something tasty.
Rending you apart!
Thunderblade! I can do this all day!
It's almost too strong! It'll split it open! Be my guest!
One last one!
Now you see what I can do!
Here's the
Come
kill!
on, come on!
One last one!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here goes with Tiger Blade!
Bullseye!
This one's mine!
Go get him!
Tiger Blade!
Hit! Lightning condemned! Sleep now! This will come in handy! Hit! More where that came from! Bullseye!
Tiger Blade!
Here goes!
Captivity! Take this! Lunarongo!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed clock.
One last!
Ready to war! Finish it!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Onward and upward. I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp. Courteous, aren't you?
Here goes! Lightning condensed! Thunderblade!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun? No way.
Appreciate the help. Ready!
Rising light!
Go with
This one's mine!
Bullseye! Turn your way! Here goes!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Reveal! More than a stockpile! Here's another! Blah, 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 memory lane!
Rotating dragon storm!
Here goes!
Sonic thrust!
Bullseye! Dance in the wind!
Dragon storm!
I'm ready! Law! Demon's descent!
Flashing fang! Look shot! You're mine!
Could have been worse.